Okay, House on Pleasant Street channel, YouTube. Gonna do a bit of an update today on my 62 Mercury Comet. For anyone who watches my videos, you'll see that I've kind of been all over the place with this. I'm doing what I can, when I can, working around family and work schedule and stuff. So basically, I just had my wheels refinished. I did the sandblasting on the wheels and I painted them in chrome paint, and I got the new rubber. Those turned out nice. I've got the car pretty much stripped down. I got the interior gutted. I've got this, I've got the fenders and the front fascia, and I've got everything pulled off. I've got everything cleaned up, degreased, scrubbed, and painted in black. On the interior, I've started on the floor work. So I've got quite a bit of the floor work done. Excuse the generator. We had a hurricane came by a few days ago, so I had this generator on standby here. I've done a lot of the patchwork on the floor, little patchy areas I've done. Little patch here, little patch there, just little squares. My floor pans have finally arrived. So I've got 2 floor pans and a toe board for this side. Now again, the car's been completely gutted. Headliner's still there, not bad. The car's in desperate need of a steering wheel and a dash. So, these floor pans, they finally came. And here they are. Driver's side, passenger side, and the toe board. Geez. These don't look like much. These don't look too bad. This here, oh, Jesus. Excuse the noise. Almost a little bit pathetic, this piece, but anyway. The bends are there, so this is all, like I said before, this is all stuff that I wouldn't be able to do, so. Certainly we'll be able to cut out the old and put those in. Done some patchwork in the trunk, like I showed before. A little patch there, little patch there, little patch, little patch. It's been seam sealed, painted, and that's where I'm at with this car. I've got the undercarriage. The undercarriage, I've already been under there. I've already scraped all the rust off and I've derusted. That's coming along pretty good. I've also been doing a little bit of paint work. I'll show one example in the garage here. So I'm working, I've got bits and pieces, I'm a little bit all over the place. So I started on the paint work, like I said, because as you see, the car is stripped down. Both fenders, the little fascia piece, both doors, and the hood. I'm not going to be using that hood, because that hood's full of pinholes. I do have a new hood painted. And here's my latest work here. And this is the driver's side door. So this is complete. This was a spare door. The door that's on the car is kind of rough. Now the passenger side door on the car is good, but I do have another door also that I'm going to paint. So I'm doing everything in this Rust-Oleum enamel, bright yellow. I want the car to be yellow, like I said before, and it's working out quite well. So. A little bit of floor work, a little bit of paint work, a little bit of wheel work, a little bit of derusting. Also, I'm also working on the engine. So this has been on hold here for a couple weeks. Let's move this out of the way. This is my 302. It's all oiled up and good. This is just a block with the pistons. Like I did a video on this before. Everything looks good. Excuse my finger. I took the heads off. And the heads have been, I took all the heads apart, rebuilt them, lapped the valves in, new seals, and the new heads are underneath this plastic bag here. They're ready to go on. That little box over there, that's the seal kit, gasket kit. So probably within a few days, I'm going to be jumping onto this engine and putting it back together. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because our weather's turning. We're getting into fall. And what I'd like to do is, now that I'm done with all the parts that come off the car that were to be painted, are off and they're in here. Now whatever is left on the car, excluding the door that still has to come off. The rest of the car, basically the 2 quarters in the trunk and the roof, they're not painted yet, obviously, and they probably won't be until I get the car inside. So the plan is to get that old car in here somehow and get a little bit of heat in here so I can keep working on it this winter. Like I said, I'm going to be jumping into the engine. I'm all over the place. I'm well aware of that. I need the engine done because the guy that's getting me my transmission, I'm getting a C4 transmission. I've already got the bell housing and the torque converter. Excuse the mess. The bell housing and torque converter are over here. Yeah, my setup's not ideal, but I'm going to make this work. Bell housing and torque converter. The transmission is coming today. So I will have the transmission. So if I get this these heads back on, bell housing and torque converter, the whole transmission and engine can go together, and that can basically be ready to be dropped in the car. And the reason that's going to be ready to be dropped in the car is because the same company where I got the floor pans from, it's Melvin's Classic Fords parts. I also got this stuff from them. And this is a little bit of a kit that's going to allow the old Mercury Comet, the 62 Comet, which is the same as a Falcon, which is the ancestor to the Mustang. Of course, my car came with a straight 6. It came with a straight 6 and a Photomatic transmission that I decided not to use. Here's the 2-speed Photomatic transmission, and there's the straight 6. It's a 170. It came in pieces. Everything looks to be there, but I thought rather than spend money on an old straight 6, it'd be wiser to get a 302. Might make the car a bit more appealing. Nothing against straight 6s. I actually love working on straight 6s, but I just thought the 302 would be the way to go. So that's how I'm going. So anyway, back to this box here. This is a bit of an adapter kit. So this is the transmission mount piece. So this is basically identical to the piece that's underneath my car now, straight bolt in, except that it's designed to take the C4 transmission, which is the transmission that I'm getting, which is a 3-speed automatic. Got the nice transmission mount to go with that. So all brand new, and I've all painted. And this came with the engine mounts. These will go on my block. And also the little bit of an adapter kit, the left and right pieces. It's probably stuck in the bag here. Excuse the filming. Excuse the filming. These pieces. This is what will go in. This bolts into the shock tower on the car. So you bolt one on one side, one on the other, and then you've got this piece here that will receive the mount. So anyway, so a lot of stuff on the go. You know, I'm doing engine, I'm doing transmission, I'm doing paint, I'm doing floor welding, a little bit of everything. Like, but you know, it is what it is. My project that I'm bouncing around. All my spares are up there. My oil pan is up there that I've painted. I got a chrome dress-up kit for this engine. I got from Summit Racing. So chrome valve covers, air breather. My intake manifold is over here. And I've got a carburetor somewhere that I've overhauled. I think it's right up here. So all over the place. I'm even messing with a little bit of trim and door cards, but it's a little bit messed up. Like I said, I'm doing what I can when I can. Now today, my patio door came in, so as much as I want to work on the Comet this morning, I got to throw this patio door up in this area here. I got to replace that old door and that old window. These two. So this is the update on the Mercury Comet and what I've been up to. My Mercury Marauder. I used it a little bit last week, not much. The Corvette, well, That's just about getting ready for hibernation, unfortunately. Our seasons here are very short. That's just the way it is. So, Mercury Comet update. That's where I'm at. I plan on progressing it in the next 2 weeks. But for now, I got to jump on to this patio door. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and following the build on this Comet. It's kind of a budget thing. I'm doing everything a little bit on the cheap. Having fun with it. Okay, that's all for now.